What is up? Good morning, everybody. Jeremiah Krakowski here, and I want to talk about, one of the most important things that I see across the board with business owners. Let me know where you're watching from if you're watching live. The people that are the most successful online, they are posting daily video content. They're making daily video content. And so my question for you is, are you making daily video content? Are you putting yourself out there on a video camera like this or pre recorded using Reels, TikToks? Are you posting daily, at least once a day, a video? And if not, why not? What is stopping you from doing that? If you want to be a successful business owner and you're starting out, you're a beginning entrepreneur, if you don't have millions of dollars, or even if you do have millions of dollars, if you're building a brand online right now in 2021, daily video content is what you have to be doing. The platforms are shifting and changing to where they're prioritizing videos more than anything else. And don't get confused and caught up in the minutia of should it be live or not. Do video content, live, reels, just do all of it. Post video content. Are you making daily videos? And if not, why not? Answer that question for yourself. If you want to build a brand online, if you want to build a brand on the internet, you're going to have to start posting daily video content. And I've been saying that to people for the last like year and a half now, 2 years. I've been going live on video every single day for the last couple of years, and I've been telling everybody, listen, you have to start going live on video. You have to start posting video. You have to start putting reels and TikToks and putting all this out there. And yet I see people still not doing it for whatever reason. What is your reason for not posting video content? That's where we need to start. And then what's stopping you today, right now, after this video, from posting video content? From posting content every single day. Something quick, something short. It could be 10 seconds long, my friends, but at least something. Something to get the algorithm knowing that you exist, that you're there. Video content. Are you posting video content? Are you putting content out there every single day? Why not? That's the question that I want to ask and I want to address. And I'll go based off of what I hear a lot of people say. Well, I don't know what to post. Okay, great. Do you share content? Do you consume content on social media? Do you follow other pages? Give your 2 cents on those topics. Was that effective for my business? Stop thinking about being effective for your business as the priority more than the consistent activity of posting every single day. I mean that with the firmest hand I can possibly say. Stop focusing on trying to be effective and not posting because you think that it's not effective. And start posting every single day. Get into that habit of feeding the algorithm to do that. Don't let ineffective posting, whatever that is, and the fear of it not being good enough, not reaching people, not getting engagement, prevent you from putting something out there. Post daily to feed the algorithm, to get out there, to practice at connecting and communicating on video, connecting with people, becoming a content creator. Content creation is what drives business right now. And so if you're not doing that, if you're not making daily videos, again, answer that question for yourself. Why are you not making daily videos? What is so difficult about it for you? What is stopping you from doing that? What is preventing you from It's the very basic level. I tell people these two steps. Do you have your simple website set up with Squarespace, and are you posting daily video content? If you're not, start with those two things. When you have a following of 1.5 million people, you may want to reduce the amount of content that you post. A lot of you are going based off of what influencers are doing now that they have millions of people and not what they did to get there. If you're starting, post daily video content and answer that question for yourself. What is preventing me from answer this. What is stopping you from pressing record for 10 seconds and posting a 10-second video on your social media? What is stopping you from doing that? The only answer that I've ever gotten from people is they don't know what to post, or they're afraid that it's not going to be effective and get engagement. And those two things, again, I just answered for you. Document your journey. Find influencers on social media that are making content. Give your 2 cents on what their content is. Give your perspective, your take on something. And don't get stuck in your head that it has to be effective or I'm not going to do anything. This whole, I'm sorry, but it's like a little baby. It's like, well, if I can't have my cake and eat it too, I'm not going to do nothing type mindset. Where you're not going to post nothing unless you can guarantee it's going to gain traction and make you $1 million. I'm sorry. The game is about consistency. The game is about putting stuff up there. So what does that mean, Ursula? Not camera ready. Because if you say not camera ready, I hear people, okay, there's another one. Not camera ready. Not comfortable on camera. Something you're going to have to grow past and realize that people want to see real, they want to see raw, they want to see authentic, they want to see down to earth. Is it that you're uncomfortable on camera? Is it that you don't think that you look good? Is it that you don't know what to say? What is it? Answer these questions for yourself. Okay, so here's the thing. The uncomfortability of video is about as dreadful as, think of the most uncomfortable thing, like sitting in a bed with snakes. To most people, it's about that uncomfortable. But the thing is, the video camera is not going to bite you. There is nothing morally wrong with you showing up on video. There's nothing that is going to harm you by getting on video. There's nothing physically that is going to happen to you negatively by doing it scared, by doing it uncomfortably. In life, there's a lot of things, right? You're not going to go to certain parts of town without protection, and you're not going to drive a car without a seatbelt. But when it comes to making video, the fear that we have is because it's just something that we're not used to doing. And so we tell ourselves, I can't do it. And it's a belief, it's a limiting belief that you can't do it, that you're not ready to do it, that you have to wait until you're comfortable to do it. And so I get it. There's other parts of life where, like, you don't need to do what makes you feel uncomfortable. I'm a big fan of, like, the Me Too movement and stuff like that. Like, guys forcing themselves on women because that feels uncomfortable, right? Say no. No means no. But when it comes to making video on your content, we can't really correlate that to like sexual harassment or things like that. It may feel just as uncomfortable as sexual harassment. I mean that, honestly. You putting yourself on camera may feel just as violating to your spirit as sexual harassment. You can quote me on that. I know that. But is it actually harming you? Is it actually something that is on that level? No, it's not. But our brain tells us that it is. I've worked with thousands of people that are uncomfortable on camera, and they don't show up on and they don't do it because of that uncomfortability. In 2021, for you to build a brand, for you to build a business, you are going to have to make daily videos every single day and get past that uncomfortability and realize, nothing bad is ever going to happen to you by doing it. There's zero negative whatsoever. So you got to break past the feeling, the torment that you're feeling when you go to record yourself, the torment of not feeling camera ready, and just do it scared. I wouldn't give that advice to most people that have that feeling in every area of life, right? I wouldn't give that advice to go face your tormentor and and harm yourself. But making video is not a harmful activity. The minimum equipment is literally, I'm using an Android phone right here. I'm using my phone. You don't need to worry about hair and makeup. You don't need to worry about any of that. How to appeal if you're older. Stop thinking about trying to appeal and be effective. Stop thinking about trying to do all the right things. Get it out of your head that professionability is a priority in any of this conversation. That's the biggest part of it. Stop trying to be professional and show up in a certain way that you think that you're supposed to show up. That's what I tell people. This is this lie that is perpetuated in people's minds that they have to be a certain way and use a certain piece of equipment and look a certain way and sound a certain way and be inauthentic. Instead, just show up as you, how you are, down to earth, raw and real, and get past worrying what other people think about you. Get past worrying how you look to anybody. That's one of the biggest things. Once you remove all that, the overwhelm is gone because you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You don't have to think about it. All that stuff gets stuck in your head. It gets stuck in people's heads as the reasons why they can't make video, as the reasons why they can't record 10 seconds. And no, you can't pass off video to other people on your team either because they're not you. They don't have the passion. They don't have the drive that you do to make that type of stuff. And so we have to get past these things, these worries, these fears, these overwhelms, these really mind traps that we get into and these reasons why we can't break past our comfort zone. Show up how you look today with the equipment that you have today. Be yourself. And don't worry how you look, how you sound, or even if it's going to be effective, or if it's going to appeal to anybody. Developing that habit of showing up every single day and feeding the algorithm, that's the number one thing that's actually most important. Okay? And so, make daily video content. Make video every single day. That's going to be your biggest priority. That's going to be the most important thing for you to be able to do. That's going to be the top thing to focus on, to focus your energy on, is showing up every single day on camera and just connecting with your audience. We have to break past this fear and this worry. This is a baseline level thing. And in 2021, not showing up with daily video content is no longer an option. I can track the people that are successful that I've worked with in business. They made daily video content and they didn't worry about any of this stuff. They finally got past the worry and the fear of how they looked. Was it effective? Is it appealing? Do I look good? Do I sound good? Am I using the right equipment? And they just showed up every single day. Our brain is going to make it overwhelming if we allow it to. And so you have to put a stop sign up on that overwhelm. And then you have to tell yourself, first off, I'm not going to die. The camera's not going to eat me. I'm not going to become abused because of showing up on camera. It's not this scary thing. And just do it. It's that simple. And I've been saying the same thing for years to people. The people that I know that are successful, that have built businesses through social media, through the internet, that have built brands that have scaled, They make daily content. And everybody else that struggles and is looking for some magical way around this, they struggle, and they will continue to struggle, and they will continue to struggle until they realize that this is not an avoidable task. It's not something that you can just skip. Daily connecting and communicating with your target customer, that's what creates business. That's what creates connection with people. And the beliefs that we have inside of our head are one of the biggest things that stop us from doing that. You know, there's a book, it's called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. It's an incredible book, and it talks all about this. The Big Leap. Conquer your hidden fear and take control of your life. And this is a huge area where, like, you're going to have to take this big leap and do what makes you feel terrified. Do what scared. Do what completely mortifies you consistently every single day as a business owner. We have to rewire our brains to be successful, to go to that next level. If we want to stay right where we're at right now and never progress forward, great, keep doing what we're doing right now. But if we want to go forward, we're going to have to take risks. We're going to have to step out in faith. We're going to have to do something differently than we've always done before. This is that book. The Big Leap. The audiobook is absolutely incredible. I love it. It's all about this topic of figuring out what is your limiting barometer on your life. What are choices that you've made that you say, I can't do that? And then raising the upper limit to do those things. All of us have that upper limit. And for us to reach our goals, we have to break past that upper limit. We have to break past whatever that fear is, whatever that worry is, whatever that thing. And so that's usually the two things that everybody tells me. They don't know what to say, or they're not sure it's going to be effective. And usually, if it's equipment, again, like, use your iPhone. Don't worry about how you look. Focus on connecting with people. Focus on connecting with other humans. That's how you build business through social media. Is you create opportunities to connect with people, and daily video is how you do that. And then as you talk about this, like right here, this conversation, this back and forth, I'm going to have blog posts and content now for the next week that I'm going to come up with off of this, because I'm having a conversation with Ursula here in the comments, and I had a conversation with somebody yesterday in the comments about changing who you spend your time around, who you're listening to, who you're letting speak into your life. We have to take risks. As business owners, we have to take risks. We have to jump forward. We have to do what scares us every single day. There's no way around this. And so breaking your fear of video is going to be huge, because there's literally nothing bad that can happen by you just showing up on video. There's nothing. There's nothing bad that can happen. The worst thing that might happen is you might have your brother's uncle's niece tell you that you looked like a hag on video and that you sounded stupid. Okay. Who cares, right? Like, that's literally the worst possible thing that can happen. Is you may have somebody that knows you that's going to be hypercritical and negative about everything that you do, and is going to say something. That's like the epitome of the worst possible thing that can happen when you show up and make daily videos. That's it. And so once we realize that, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? We can do that. You're not going to lose your reputation. You're not going to lose your. That's my fear. Exactly. Okay. I'm going to have to talk more about, like, that thing on my content. You're not making the content for your uncle's niece's cousin. or the person at church or your brother or your sister, like, and in the beginning, yeah, they're going to kind of razz you for it. They're going to make fun of you for it. You got to break past that embarrassment a little bit, but you're making it to connect with other people. You're making content to connect with other people, like through the internet. There's nothing dangerous about that. And that's why I said, like I said, I get the fear. Like, it's real. Like, I'm not trying to invalidate the fear or the worry. Um but we got to grow in those areas. Not worry about what people say about us, not worry about what especially people close to us think or their opinions. And just do what we know we need to do in our business and do those activities methodically every single day. That's what's going to break you to the next level. That's why I talked about yesterday my video and the blog post that I wrote. Change your life by changing the voices you listening to. If you're paying attention to, your cousins, aunts, nieces, whatever, or somebody at church, like maybe stop coming to them for validation or listening to them as often. I had to limit a lot of the people that I was listening to for a while. I'm going to have to lose weight and get a makeover before our next meeting because I know the homework will be, well, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I think just show up as you are. Like, I don't feel like I have to lose weight to show up on video. It's funny, a lot of people know me. I had like a six pack for a while, and now I definitely do not have a six pack right now. But like, I'm just showing up as myself because what I care about the most is connecting with you. I care about connecting with you through video. I care about connecting with the people on my social media through video. How I look, the opinions other people might have about me, showing up, being myself. That's none of my business. That's why you see me post that content every single day. You know what I'm talking about? That's why my encouraging content I put out there, because I know the mindset. I know the mindset that you're dealing with is very real. We get self-conscious. We get worried about how we look, how we sound. I hear this especially a lot from like women that I work with, like, oh, I got to lose weight before I can show up on video. And I don't think so. I think that there's a huge even respect and props that people give when you kind of show up confidently as yourself, just as you are in the middle of the process, instead of having to be this perfectly polished version of yourself of how you think you should look or how you think you should sound. I think people would rather listen to real and authentic. And right now, especially post COVID and in 2021, that's what's getting the most results through social. That's what's getting the most results through media online, is when people are just being real, they're just being themselves, they're not worried about what anybody thinks about them. I'm not talking about provoking controversy, posting. I don't really think that there's a lot of value in posting yourself naked on social media, because that's the wrong attention anyways. I'd rather people connect because I'm solving a problem for them. I'm helping them reach their goals, and the products that I sell help connect them to what they're looking for. The rest is just kind of fluff. Okay? And so let's work through not letting the fear of how we look, how we sound, what other people are going to think about us, how we're going to appear, our appearances keep us. Start making that daily video content. Start putting daily videos out there. I get that it's uncomfortable. But it's not it's not it's funny, like I really do liken it to, like I said, there's certain situations in life, right? Like, don't do what makes you feel uncomfortable. Say no. Have a boundary. You don't need to be all things to all people, and do what makes you feel uncomfortable when it comes to um, you know your body and other areas of life, or what people wanting you to show up or do things. But when it comes to building your business, if you've chosen to be a business owner, we have to break past that uncomfortability on video and show up. And really, there's zero negative behind it. It's all just kind of, it feels that way. And so we have to really retrain ourselves to not fear how we look, how we sound, what other people are going to think about us, and just do it scared. And that's what's going to get the most results. All right. This is one of those areas where I talk about boundaries, and then I'm like, but comma, not showing up on video isn't really an option in 2021. You have to do that if you plan to be successful as a business owner. It's kind of like you have to have a bank account, right? Well, I don't want anything to be, people would say that. I want everything to be cash, or I don't want to have a debit card. Well, okay, the world we live in, that's what you have to do. So there's no negative to it. Work through whatever you got to work through inside of yourself. And to be honest, find somebody that you can